For my informative speech, I'm going to do why not to cut off semis, big vehicles, stuff like that on the highway. So, you figure a truck loaded can weigh anywhere from 45,000 pounds to 90. 90 is the legal limit without having to have a permit to drive on the highway. So say you got a truck 90,000 pounds doing 70 miles an hour, 18 wheels, air brakes. Air brakes aren't the best, they're better for heavy weight than a disc brake would be. So say you're doing 75, you pass a truck, cut them off and slam on your brakes. They can't stop like that like a car can. That's not how a truck works. They've got all that forward momentum, that speed that if you're close enough, they'll run you over. They'll flatten Tahoes, diesel pickups, like that stuff. They're so big because people, that's their life. So, when passing a truck, that's why you're supposed to get almost over on the shoulder, but not on the shoulder. Give them as much room as they can, because it's harder to keep in line when you have a trailer and a hopper on, hauling hay, and it's swaying in the wind. They'll kind of move with the road. They'll find ruts. But just when you're passing a semi, don't cut them off. Give them enough room if you have to stop. Also, don't be rude. Don't flip people off on the highway that are driving trucks. Like, it's rude. Because without a truck, where you're not getting stuff at Walmart, you might think that that's not what it is, but freight is a truck bringing it in, and the price of fuel and economy and how much that person makes a mile. You figure everything is delivered by truck or train. You don't cut off a train doesn't stop in a second. What's the difference between a train and a semi? A train's moving 55 miles an hour down a track. No, not 50, probably 40. Down a track, weighing over 100,000 pounds. And it's just a bullet. It's a bullet on wheels, bullet on track. Like, it's just, you always have to figure out when you're going to pass, when to merge, all that stuff. Because if you cut off a truck, you could die. Like, there's no other way of saying it. A truck moving 70 at 100,000 pounds, it's going to take at least 500 feet to stop. It's not like a car where you can lock up the brakes and stop on a dime. It doesn't work like that. Those brakes aren't meant to lock up like that. They're meant to hold pressure back on the wheel and then release and hold pressure back. They don't lock up and slam down and stop right on a dime. So, this is important to me because it's important. It should be important to everybody, because if this truck gets wrecked, that's stuff that doesn't make it to a store, doesn't make it to a family, doesn't make it to a dairy farmer. Trucks run the economy in the low end. If you look at it, everything is either run by trucks or run by trains. And when that shuts down, the economy will collapse. There's no other way around it. Just be careful. Don't drive like buttholes. Be nice. You see a truck, wave at them. They've probably been on the road for weeks, haven't seen their family. So don't treat them like crap, because they're what makes the economy go round. Nothing else. Should cut a car off if you want, but drive decent around trucks. That's informative speech on why you shouldn't cut off a truck on the highway or cut off a train, or why you should drive like a decent human being.